What does it mean to be the real you? What does the real you feel like? Do you notice when you're not being the real you? What's that like? Can you catch your false self being the false self, and then the real self emerges a little bit more every time? Can any of this be acknowledged? If so, when? And the idea is, like, over time, you start to realize, you know, it's not that you don't care about anybody. It's not that, like, no one else matters. It's not that, like, you're completely just trying to just live your life however you want. But it's more like, hey, I need to love myself. And the only person I really want to be attracted to, of course, there's a lot of chemistry and a lot of compatibility and a lot of, like, interests and this and that and just things and values and, you know, all that's important stuff. And attraction, it's like, well, maybe some of that could be flexible to some degree. Hopefully you have some things in which you're like, no, there's no flexibility. And you have some of those things. And you stick by that. Because if those things get broken, then what's the point of having anything that's important to you? So you stand by what's the most important things to you, and you don't let that waver. You don't let that, like, kind of become unbalanced. No, it's important to you, right? Like honesty. If someone's not honest, you know what? I got a problem. I don't know if I want to continue getting to know this person. They're a dishonest person. End of discussion. You have to have your red flags that you're just like, nope, end, over, move on, done. I don't want to know anymore. Maybe some things could be flexible, maybe not. You have to here's the thing, you have to determine what are your non-negotiables and what are your negotiables. And that stuff can grow and develop over time as well, but it's like, have something. And meanwhile you're doing that, you're being the best version of yourself daily. Number one, you have to work towards that daily, and you hope that the person you meet, no matter what the, you know, interests are that match up, whatever those interests may be, whatever the things are, that compatibility things, and the values line up, and you know, even the I don't know, where the attraction is all lined up. It's like things are lined up to some degree, right? It's like a puzzle. All the pieces are somewhat fitting together, and it's like, okay, I can see this working out, but does this person love themselves? Because I'm going to tell you, if somebody doesn't love themselves, then you're going to struggle being their support figure. I'm not saying you shouldn't be anyone's support figure, but what I'm trying to say is that's one of the main reasons why a lot of relationships fail in relationships. That's why a lot of relationships, people end up doing things that ruin the relationship, or stop loving as much as they can, or stop committing as much as they can, and stop trying, and stop making the other person feel important and make the relationship special and all that. It's because people really don't love themselves. So it's tiring to try to care and put effort into things where you barely do that for yourself. It's like, it's all draining. So people stop trying so hard. And this is why it's so important, no matter what the matchups are with you and anyone else, just realize you don't know anybody, number one. You don't really know what anyone's interests are. Are they really being their true self, or are they being a fake version of themselves? That's number two. And number three, you don't really know if somebody really loves themselves and cares about themselves, right? And has the ability to really care about another person, right? Wants the best interest of themselves. And that person wants the best interest of other people. It's like, look how important all those things are.